It is the year 2025, and the world still answers to Rome. Above the clouds, a titanium aqueduct glows with flowing plasma, feeding energy into a city of marble and holograms. Latin headlines scroll across sky-sized displays. Legionary drones patrol the air, their red standards shimmering with augmented reality. 20 centuries after Caesar, the SPQR still rules. Now not just a continent, but an empire that stretches from the Atlantic to the dunes of Mars. This is 2025, in a world where Rome never fell. In our timeline, Rome collapsed under corruption, invasion, and decay. Here, history pivoted on a single knife's edge in 44 BC. Julius Caesar survives the Ides of March, not by luck, but by design. His personal guard intercepts the conspirators. The Senate is purged. Caesar uses the crisis to become not just dictator, but perpetual architect of the empire. He enforces brutal reforms, professionalized bureaucracy, a permanent intelligence network, and a clear line of succession. Rome doesn't fracture, it hardens. Stability unlocks something terrifying: time. For centuries, Rome enjoys uninterrupted control of Mediterranean trade, taxation, and talent. Instead of collapsing, the empire keeps absorbing engineers from Greece, mathematicians from Egypt, philosophers from Persia. Around 300 AD, a Roman engineer, funded by an ambitious emperor descended from Caesar, turns experimental toys into weaponized industry. Steam engines are no longer curiosities. They're harnessed to power mills, factories, and war machines. The world enters an industrial age 1,500 years early. Steam allows Rome to crush distance. Rail lines, iron roads beneath marble arches, stretch from Britannia to India. Grain, gold, and data, yes, data, move faster than rebellions can form. By 1000 AD, the empire's scholars, no longer scattered by invasions, join the dots between lightning, magnetism, and motion. Imperial workshops birth early dynamos and primitive power grids. Night in Rome is banished by crystal lamps, powered by spinning copper and iron. Electricity arrives half a millennium before our world ever dreamed of it. Once you control power, you control information. The Romans, masters of roads and law, reinvent both as networks. Coded signal flames evolve into electric telegraphs, then into optical data relays. The Imperial Bureau of Records becomes a planetary memory bank, storing citizenship records, tax histories, even philosophical treatises in early mechanical and later quantum archives. By our Middle Ages, Rome is already experimenting with crude computation. Difference engines inscribed with Latin numerals, clacking beneath frescoed ceilings. The Dark Ages never come. The lights never go out. Fast forward. By the 19th century in our world, Rome of this timeline is already experimenting with rocketry and orbital mechanics. The legions have become aerospace forces. In 1990, not Washington or Moscow, but the Capitolium Martis, the capital of Mars, is inaugurated. The red planet is carved into provinces with Latin names, governed by proconsuls reporting directly to the Eternal Senate in Rome. Terra is no longer the empire's only world. Rome has gone interplanetary. But while technology races ahead, culture refuses to move on. Latin remains the language of power. Senators still wear stylized togas, now woven with smart fabric and embedded with biometric displays. Citizens swear oaths to the emperor, now more a living symbol than a man, broadcast as a holographic avatar across the empire. The same eagle standards that once flew over wooden forts now hover as glowing sigils above arcology spires. Rome's body changed. Its soul never did. And then there is the question of slavery. Officially abolished centuries ago. Officially. In reality, the empire replaced slaves with something more obedient. Bioandroids. Engineered humans grown in vat temples, branded at the genetic level with loyalty triggers. They cook, clean, repair starships, and serve in pleasure palaces. Legally, they are property, objects, yet anatomically indistinguishable from citizens. When one malfunctions or resists, it's not a crime. It's a defective asset. Returned, recycled, erased. Criminals, rebels, and malfunctioning bioandroids still have one final use: spectacle. The Colosseum, restored and upgraded over 2 millennia, now stands as a hybrid of stadium, execution ground, and immersive simulation arena. Gladiatorial games blend live combat with augmented reality overlays. Prisoners fight in exoskeletal armor against engineered beasts, watched by billions through neural feeds. Every scream, every heartbeat, every kill is captured by the Imperial network and sold as entertainment. Bread and circuses, rendered in 8K and streamed across the stars. Zoom in. A single match tonight. A political dissident from Gaul, sentenced for anti-imperial thought, facing a pack of mechanized lions. His heartbeat is monitored, projected as a pulsing red line above the arena. Viewers across Terra, Luna, and Mars can overlay his fear directly onto their visual cortex. For many, it's just Saturday entertainment. For the Empire, it's a message. This is what happens when you challenge 2,000 years of order. So what is everyday life like in 2025 AD under an immortal Rome? For highborn citizens, it's unimaginable luxury. Self-heating villas with AI household gods, personal starships parked beside rooftop gardens, genetic enhancements purchased like wine. For the lower classes, it's crowded insula towers, constant surveillance from legionary drones, and mandatory hours in state-run VR temples that beam patriotic myths straight into their dreams. Religion, entertainment, and propaganda blur into one continuous, shimmering feed. Culture flourishes under chains. Classical art, epic poetry, philosophy, all funded by the state, as long as it praises the state. There is no Renaissance because there was never a rebirth, only a continuous, curated golden age. Languages that might have blossomed, German, French, English, survive only as local dialects under the iron grammar of Latin. Entire alternate histories, ours, exist only as illegal simulations whispered about on black market data scrolls. Even rebellion is framed as a design flaw to be patched, not a moral question to be answered. On paper, this world is everything our own once fantasized about. No dark ages, no collapse, no 1,000-year detour through ignorance and fragmentation. Medicine is centuries ahead. Famine is rare. Humanity walks on Mars under a Roman sun. But the cost is a single, unbroken chain of authority, stretching from Caesar's survival in 44 BC to this very moment. No revolutions, no competing systems, no true reset. Just one story, told louder and louder, until no other story can be heard. So here's the question. If you could choose between our chaotic, fragile history and this world of eternal Rome, brutal, efficient, immortal, which timeline would you rather live in? The one where empires fall, or the one where they never do?